What's up, beautiful people? DH here. I wanted to talk a little bit about rejection and how powerful rejection can be in setting you in motion and really helping you find your course, find your path, your soul's alignment, what drives you, what inspires you. And um, in order to learn from rejection, you've got to surrender and accept opportunities. You have to also put yourself in a position where you're not in control of the outcome and you're not really attached to the outcome either. Um, and when it comes to rejection, it can apply to a lot of things. For me, the example came up when um, I was looking at this role within the company that I work for, and there was a role that came up, and I read the description, and I was like, you know what, this feels really exciting. It's scary enough and challenging enough, but also familiar enough, and I feel like I could really do a good job of this. So I went through the steps of like reaching out to different people on the team and meeting with them and learning a little bit about what their perspective of the role was. And I started processing and I started almost visualizing myself in that role. And then before the interviews were even shared, before there was an invitation sent for the interviews, I got a message that I wasn't in consideration. And so it's really interesting to not even have an interview and to already be rejected. And instantly I was like, oh, okay, well, I have to evaluate my self-worth, right? I have to evaluate where I'm really feeling, what I'm really feeling when you don't even get an opportunity to speak on your own behalf in an interview process, where you're being questioned and asked scenarios and how would you deal with certain situations. Nonetheless, though, a bit of relief sank over me. Of course, a little bit of like frustration, and there's that like you almost feel like you got close to something and then it just wasn't really even close. And so just reflection, right? What does that propel me to do? Well, I learned that I'm not afraid to apply. I'm not afraid to try. And this goes with so many things, right? This is just job. How about if it comes to asking someone to lunch? Or how about if it comes to asking somebody about a business opportunity? Or shoot, it can really apply to a lot of things. But I feel that in my life, I have avoided opportunities to be rejected out of just fear of not being liked, not fitting in, not pleasing people, but just always felt that this inner calling to just get along with everybody. And that's a beautiful thing. You can get along with everybody, but what's happened is it also prevented me from stepping out a little bit, and prevented me from stepping on anybody's toes. Not because I'm intentionally wanting to impart harm or disagree or argue or battle or debate or conflict with someone. It's just a matter of when you're in your own authenticity and you're speaking your own truth, you can't be afraid of offending anybody. And I feel that maybe it's taken me 43 years of my life to get to the point where I really don't care. I really don't care. My job was to apply for the job. My job was to submit my application and then allow whoever is in control of that to make decisions based on what they feel is right for their team. It's out of my control. It's out of my hands. It doesn't mean I'm not great. It doesn't mean I wouldn't crush that role. It just means it wasn't meant to be in that moment and it's gone. But what happened is it's motivated me to go and seek more, to go and seek other opportunities. And it's also validated that my confidence is at a certain level. My strength and in who I am is at a certain level that I'm no longer afraid of rejection. I see rejection as learning. I see rejection as just a conversation of opportunity, a disagreement, or a different perspective. And so my encouragement to everybody is don't be afraid of rejection. It's not even a big deal. Maybe this is a new habit for me, is to be putting myself out there to not be afraid of the rejection, because I feel that when the rejection happens, it leads to other opportunities. It leads to other experiences. It activates something within us that helps steer us. It's like clues along our journey that are letting us know you're on the right path. Keep going this direction, or woof, wrong direction, might want to change directions. So many blessings to you guys. Allow rejection to be a catalyst for you, a catapult. Don't be afraid of it. Embrace it. Maybe since it's still early in this year, how can we challenge ourselves to go and put ourselves in positions where rejection is a possibility and we're just not afraid of it? And I feel that transformation is on the other side of that. So many blessings, y'all.